Hello everyone, hopefully you're having a great day today. Merciless Vaughn here, back with another Bleach Brave Souls videos, and in this one I wanted to talk about the Burn the Witch collaboration banner that is getting a rerun, the Pumpkin and Bat Summons banner. I just wanted to talk about whether you should summon or skip this banner because these Burn the Witch units don't come back often, so this is a rare opportunity to get them, but just because they are rare units, are they actually worth summoning on? So hopefully you enjoy. If you do, leave a like. If you're new to the channel or you have been here for a while, please consider subscribing and help me get to 550 subscribers. Now with all that said, let's go ahead and get started. So first things first, is this banner actually worth summoning on? I do think there is some value summoning on this banner because, like I mentioned, you don't see Bleach Burn the Witch units come back all too often, and as you can see here, all of the Burn or the Witch collaboration units are in here. You have the newest units, which were the Pumpkin units, the Parasol units, the seasonal units, and the first ever introduction of the Burn the Witch units that were in this banner here. So all the Burn the Witch units that were ever released in the game are in this banner. So if you don't have any of them and you would like to have them, then yeah, I mean, this banner is definitely worth summoning on if you are needing these units. And the banner itself is not bad either. It's a 26 step up banner at steps 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You are guaranteed one featured 5-star character. So you're basically guaranteed a Burn the Witch character at those steps, which isn't honestly too bad. And then obviously we have the characters themselves. We're going to go into the characters just a little bit here because there are quite a few of them. I have done videos on all of these units except for these last two right here. So if you just want to see some gameplay of these units and they're pretty much what they are like 1 year after their release, I've done videos for that as well, so feel free to check them out if you are, just determining if you want to summon on these or not. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and go over the characters in the banner. The last time we got Burn the Witch units was in it was August or October. I think it was August or October of November 2023. So it's been almost 2 years since our last newest Burn the Witch banner, but anyways, we have the Ninny here, who is a Mind Hollow Killer unit. Soul trait, strong stat, recharge time minus 12%. A ranged unit with weakening and fire on all of her attacks, fire or burning, whatever you want to call it. She does have the gauge effect here, which will give her a 100% berserker and an extra frenzy. Innate skills, sprinter, long stride, fire resistance. She does have start gauge 70%, so basically you'll start any mission off with 70% of your gauge already filled only once for that mission. When she activates her gauge, she gets a 30% heal and a 50% spiritual pressure boost. Berserker and Devastation both at 40%. She has a base full stamina damage boost of 20%. Gauge Rampage, which is just basically a skill that helps you increase the amount of, gauge you get when you defeat enemies. Havoc, Frenzy +1, so while her gauge is active, she will have Frenzy +2, Defibrillator 5 seconds, and Sharpshooter. So this is pretty much the Ninny. Very, very good. She'll be strong when her gauge is active with the Gauge Rampage skill, and you're able to start off with your gauge 70% when you first start the mission, and then you get a heal and a spiritual pressure boost when you activate it. A really, really solid, well-rounded unit. And then you have the Noelle up next here, who is a Heart Soul Reaper Killer unit. We have lots of those. Soul trait, strong stat, recharge time minus 12%. Range unit, paralysis and weakening on all of drained and weakening on all of her attacks. Innate skills, sprinter, havoc, paralysis resistance, bruiser 20%, berserker 40%, follow up, frenzy +1, bombardment +1, defibrillator 5 seconds, damage to status elements 40%, weakened defense, sharpshooter, any status element, spiritual pressure boost. The only bad thing about this unit is that, just the frenzy +1 is just not good, especially nowadays. But good strong attack. She does have the tracking vortex on her SA2. That's probably one of the most notable things about this unit. And then weakening and drain is just a great combination of status elements to have. And you can never go wrong with the spiritual pressure boost. Up next, we have the Balgo Inotsuchi. He is a mind unit with Quincy and Human Killer. 2 killers is really good. I can't remember the last time I've seen a unit with 2 killers, actually. Oh, never mind the asking from a few months ago. Anyways, Soul Trait, strong stat, recharge time minus 12%. Range unit, weakening and drain on all of his attacks, and he has a revive on his soul bomb here. Innate skills, Sprinter +2, Havoc, Sharpshooter, Bruiser 20%, Berserker 40%. Super Heart Link Slot Potions +5, Heart Link Slot Potions +5. Increased Droplet Drop 30%, Frenzy +1, Bombardment, Defibrillator, increased status element chance against heart attribute enemies, any status element spiritual pressure boosts. Again, the only bad thing about this unit is that, only Frenzy is at +1, but a farming unit with the increased status element chance and then Bombardment's good, and then the spiritual pressure boost is obviously great. We have Macy up next here, a speed unit with the no affiliation and squad 0 killer, soul trait, strong type, recharge time -12%. Let's see here, range unit, paralysis and weakening on all of her attacks. Sprinter, Sharpshooter, Havoc for innate skills. The rest of her skills, team/party speed, attribute, strong type, recharge 20%. Bruiser 20%, Berserker 40%, Devastation 40%, Frenzy +2, Defibrillator +5 seconds. Damage to her status elements 40%, weaken defense, and each status element spiritual pressure boost. Overall, a really good unit. The only bad thing I will say about this unit is that she is not immune to any status elements, and she really doesn't have a way to heal. So really have to be careful of, just watching out for those status elements and make sure you don't get hit. And that's pretty much it, really. Oh, this unit does also have a tracking SA2 on her Another thing to note about this unit also does have a tracking vortex on her SA2 as well. If I remember correctly, it has been a while since I used this unit. Up next, we have the Bruno here, who is a Heart, Hollow, and Espada killer unit. Soul trait, strong type, recharge time -12%. Melee unit, weakening on all of his attacks. He also has the gauge effect, which gives him 100% Berserker and decreased damage taken 20%. Innate skills, Marauder, Sprinter +2, Long Stride, Start gauge 70%, Strong attack, recharge 30%, 30% heal, and 50% spiritual pressure boost when the gauge is activated. Berserker and Devastation are both at 40%, immune to all status elements, Havoc, Frenzy +2, Defibrillator +5 seconds. Yeah, overall a pretty solid unit. I don't have any complaints about this unit really. Yeah, I think he's really, really good. Alright, up next we have the older seasonal Noel here. Speed unit with hollow no affiliation killers. Soul trait, strong type, recharge time -12%. Before the 7th anniversary 1000-year Blood War Yamamoto, this is pretty much what this Noel was. Her soul bombs just hit very, very, very hard. Range unit, weakening on all of her attacks and revives on her soul bomb. Sprinter, Havoc, Guard Break for the innate skills, Bruiser 20%, Berserker 40%. Increased Super Link Slot Potions +5, increased Link Slot Potions +5. So Link Slot Potion unit is great, Frenzy +1, Bombardment. Increased status summon chance against power of attributes, hollows, no affiliation enemies, any status summon spiritual pressure boost. So obviously these last few units in this banner are just very, very old, so they won't be as good, but they'll definitely be their strongest when they're have up against the units they have killer against, because you are going to be taking advantage of this skill, and then that will help you proc this status summon spiritual pressure boost even more. Alright, now we have the Ninny here, who is a Heart, Soul Reaper, no affiliation killer unit. Soul trait, strong type, recharge time -14%, ranged unit, weakening on all of her attacks. Innate skills, Sprinter +2, Innovator, Guard Break. The rest of her skills, Devastation 60%. Increased Super Mind Leak Slot Potions +5, increased Mind Leak Slot Potions +5. Havoc 20%, Frenzy +2, Defibrillator +5 seconds. Increased status element chance against attributes. Soul Reaper no affiliation enemies, hit enemies 100%. Overall, not too bad. Will be even more effective against the units she has killer against. And Soul Reaper no affiliation enemies are enemies that have enemies that do hide up underground. Then you have this skill right here just basically to help with that, so you really won't need a Zeta pill. Not to mention a pretty good farming unit too. Also, you'd have to be careful because not immune to any status elements either, so watch out for that, and no way to heal. Alright, so now we have the other Bruno that is in the banner. Power units, Soul Reaper and a Ranker Killer. Soul trait, strong type, recharge time -12%. Range unit, weakening on all of his attacks. He has a 50% chance to dodge Soul Reaper attacks. Sprinter +2, long ditch survival 100%. Bruiser 20%, Berserker 40%, Havoc, Frenzy +1, Bombardment, Defibrillator +5 seconds, Poise, Sharpshooter, and hit hidden enemies. Yeah, when he first came out, he was really good, and he was very good in what is that game mode called? It's not Brave Battles, it's Arena. Yeah, he was a really good arena unit. If you're someone that cared about that back then, he was really good for that. Alright, so the last couple of units here were the first few Burn the Witch banner units. We have the Ninny here, Technique, a ranker, no affiliation killer. Solo traits here is the strong attack recharge time -14%. Range unit, no status elements, a barrier on the SA2 here. Bruiser 40%, Berserker and Devastation at 60%. Nullify range resistance, Havoc 20%, Frenzy, Sprinter. Yeah, just one of the first units, not really anything much going on here. And then last but not least, we have the Noelle, who is a Mind Soul Reaper, no affiliation killer unit. Soul trait, strong attack, damage +20%. Range unit, no status element. Bruiser 40%, Berserker 80%, Devastation 60%. Reduce strong attack cooldown 12%, nullify range resistance, Havoc, Frenzy, and Sprinter. Yeah, these units definitely could use their resurrection. I'm not sure why they haven't gotten it yet. I honestly don't know. They could definitely use it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This Burn the Witch banner will be available in less than 24 hours, and I just kind of wanted to talk about it because if you don't have any of these Burn the Witch units and you would like to have them, this is a chance for you to pull them. Obviously, this banner is a trap because, I mean, we are like only a month and a day away from the 10th anniversary of Bleach Brave Souls, so obviously this is just another banner that's going to try to steal your orbs. And obviously we have the end of month banner, well, the swimsuit banner that's going to be releasing what, next week? Yeah, sometime next week. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. I just kind of wanted to talk about this banner very quickly. That's going to be it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and as usual, until next time.